Today is April 1st, so it is now officially draft month. I watched Draft Day, the first half of it this morning.
Good
Terrible
work.
terrible movie. And yeah, we may do this a few times in the coming weeks with different scenarios, but this one is inspired by last week's local pro day, which was held at the Saints facility. It's a pair of would you rathers. The first, would you rather the Saints wind up drafting Michael Penix Jr., the Heisman Trophy runner-up in round 2, or Michael Pratt in round 5? You might actually have to package 2 of those 5th rounders if you want to move up.
Yeah, I've seen some people putting Pratt in the 4th round. Maybe it gets to the end of the 5th round. Quarterbacks, once the first wave passes. So, and look, Penix might not make it to round 2. So we'll call it round 2 versus round 5. We're saying, hey, they fell. The price is just too good. Penix would really excite me. I mean, they have much more glaring stop the bleeding needs. They need 2 starting offensive linemen. They need a pass rusher. They need a pass catcher. And Pratt would be exciting too. I mean, there's some talent there, and you can do that in round 5 where you haven't used one of your primo chips. I'm really torn on this one, but I can't help it. I saw Penix's highs. I want something to be excited about. I'm taking Penix in round 2.
Penix for sure. I mean, that's somebody that could develop into being a starter. Pratt could probably be a backup somewhere for a little bit, but I'm big on
even if it's using that kind of precious 2nd round pick.
Yeah, if you like him, yeah, if you like him, yeah, do it. If your scouting says, yeah, he could be the starter at some point, absolutely. Like taking a guy in the 5th, I like it. In the 4th, I like it. You roll the dice, maybe you get lucky, but if you really believe in it in the 2nd, yeah, go for it. And they're in the position where I feel like you should be married to any quarterback anyhow. So using a premium asset on it, if you actually believe in it and it's not just a roll of the dice there, even though I think drafting any quarterback is a major roll of the dice, unless it's even.
Can they afford to roll that this year with the limited draft capital they have right now on either one of these scenarios? No
risks, no rewards. So if you like either one of them and you feel better about the upsides and the downsides, yeah, I do it. I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I keep saying, and it's just harder to actually do it, and I'm sure it's true for the Saints and 31 other NFL teams too. I keep saying all their decisions should have the future in mind first, and this year second. And they've actually done that this offseason. They have not wasted any money on any old guys who will only help, put a Band-Aid on a situation for a year. Every one of their free agent spending decisions had some long-term possibilities, and every dollar they haven't spent is why waste it on 2024 alone. So this would be with an eye toward the future, and so I like it. But when it happened, I'd be like, well, great, they didn't get their offensive tackle. Now they're screwed this year.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll feel that way in the moment if they do it.
Yeah, I'm kind of at a longer, and I've always been pro draft a quarterback, but I think even more so now. Like I'm just kind of at a longer tail place with this team right now, and it's kind of like, yeah, if you can sell me on something that's going to help you 5 years from now, as opposed to like right now, I'm willing to sacrifice this year for anything. I'm willing to sacrifice the whole entire, like you can go make any type of trade you want. If you go up and get a quarterback, like that's one trade up, like I'll support.
Yeah. If they had CJ Stroud, nobody would care who the other 52 players on the team are. I don't know if anyone can name the other 52 players on Houston, but they know they wish they were Houston right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If CJ Stroud immediately coming out of the draft, like everyone would have been pissed. Like this isn't the guy. And then it's like, it is. So that's just sometimes how it goes. But yeah, I like it. I would definitely do it. All right. The next one. Would you rather Brian Thomas if he falls to round 2 or Jha'quan Jackson in round 5 or 6?
Well, obviously Jha'quan, who has a chance to be the highest drafted NewOrleans.Football analyst ever.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You didn't get drafted, right?
No, I was a UDFA, but I proved him wrong.
Okay. Yeah. So obviously Jha'quan, we're going to be biased here, but I'm going to pick Jha'quan either way. Brian Thomas Jr. falls to round 2. You probably run in that card. A lot of people think. I just saw Matt Miller, kind of friend of the show, said only 18 players have a first-round grade for him, and Brian Thomas was one of them. He's a bigger receiver. He kind of fills that void. But I really want to use those first 2 picks on the offensive line or the defensive line. We just went through the bracket, and that was our finalists, offensive line versus pass rush. Receiver feels not like a luxury pick. It's a need, but a little bit of a luxury pick compared to how bad they need to fill those. So I'd rather add Jha'quan Jackson, who obviously could also be a second returner. And we're going to talk about this after the break, that there's room for 2 return men with the new kickoff rules too. So I just like the value more of getting that receiver in round 5 instead of round 2.
You know what? Give me both of them. Like,
sure.
Give me both of them. I'm not gonna even pit them against each other. I like both of them. I like both their roles. I like the value of both in this exercise right here. So
yeah, I will not be complaining if they end up with Brian Thomas Jr. at pick 45.
We got one more in the chat. Would you rather, and this is from Matt, appreciate the support, Matt. Would you rather get a true left tackle or a guard tackle player in the first round?
Well, there is one. It's the Washington guy, Fatuanu, I believe, who the analysts are kind of torn. They say he could be an excellent left tackle or an excellent left guard, and bring him on. That would be perfectly fine with me, because if the coaches get their hands on him and they think he's going to be like an all-pro left guard, fine. That helps solve some of the problems too. You can have a lesser left tackle, or maybe that guy's great at left tackle. So I have no problem with that, but obviously the need is great enough at left tackle that I'm not choosing Fatuanu, if I'm pronouncing that right, just for that reason, but I am perfectly fine with either possibility.
For me, whoever I'm taking in the first round, I want to know for sure they're playing tackle. So if you have a slash on that, but you are sure about the tackle thing,
yeah,
cool. I don't care. But like, I'm drafting you to play tackle, like one of the tackle spots. But yeah, the slash part's great, and it's fine. If you have versatility, even better. And then if Penning hits and you sign a Becton, and now you have 3 guys and you can move that guy inside, I mean, it's kind of a benefit, but I'm not building for that. Like, I just want to know
not
for
choosing
sure.
guard for his versatility,
At 14,
but that'd be a bonus.
I am drafting a tackle. Like, you have to for sure be a tackle.